And Marianne DiRupo will be first up. Leanne Barrette had the choice and said, Marianne, go ahead.
Absolutely. Wants her to end on that other lane. Career versus Leanne on TV. 2-0 against Leanne on TV also. Could be an omen.
Marianne didn't lose to any of the finals tonight on TV, so in her career. So she knows what she's doing out here. Coming up light with the bucket.
Could have been a little anxious, didn't want to throw it slow. It seems like she put a little more speed on that. Shot it right through the break point, left the bucket. Very common leave this week.
Now she's shooting it with her spare ball. Carolyn, what do you think the percentage?
I don't know what the percentages are. I'd say some of the girls use their spare ball, some of them use their strike. I use my strike ball. When I leave anything with double wood, I feel like my percentages go up with my strike ball. I can hook into it. But as she proved me wrong right there, I mean, she made it with her spare ball.
I think, I
think it's a personal preference.
Exactly. Plus maybe the condition you're shooting on as well.
Absolutely.
First look at Leanne Barrette tonight, 35 years old, 16 years on tour, and 25 titles. She's tied for the third place in all-time titles for PWBA, and she's trying to get it on her own with a 26th victory here.
Great come-out shot from Leanne. She's using a pearlized ball, gets down lane a little further, lays off the back, doesn't really jerk very hard on the back end. She used that ball in her night blocks, and she said that was one of her strengths this week. Night blocks, she can get deeper, get the ball right.
She covers it up, so if you want other news, I'll tell you where to go. PWBA.com underwent a facelift over the summer and recently unveiled its new look. The beauty of the new site runs more than skin deep. It's your information source for PWBA, including schedules, entries, players' bios, photos, and standings. Plus, it displays the complete line of new PWBA logoed merchandise and live scoring. All this in a user-friendly format, so make sure you go and check it out. That's PWBA.com. Check out our sponsors page as well and help support the sponsors that support the PWBA. Leanne Barrette with a strike in the second frame.
Leanne starting the ball in deeper. Not getting as far right as she had been at night, but she's got a little hold with that ball, blows the rack.
Not watching, and Marianne DiRupo now. Marianne struggled that last morning. She liked the nighttime better, but as you said, she put on that Robbie's, and it really seemed to help her.
She said it really helped keep her wrist in the right position where she needed to be to get the ball down the lane, to allow her to play the lane the way she wanted to angle it into the pocket. I mean, that's just what she wanted. She felt like her wrist was really getting a little lazy at doing it, and this gave her that little more support. She kept the ball the way she wanted to angle it through the heads, and that was very important to her this week. As the lanes broke down, she had to keep getting left, yet you still had to keep your angles going the right way.
And it was one less thing for her to worry about. Didn't have to worry about her wrist breaking. We saw some of the other finishers earlier. Let's take a look at the rest. Shanna Ray, she's cashed in every event this year. And Jennifer Swanson, she aggravated a foot injury. She may have to take off a few weeks.
Marcia Kamrowski becoming a consistent casher, one of our future stars out here. And Jackie Schneider making her second top 24. I was glad to see her make the finals.
Michelle Arrington came back out. She was the alternate. We're glad to see her back out here. Marianne DiRupo, max score possible, 277. Of course, Leanne Barrette could still shoot 290.
Marianne changed balls on that shot. Seems like it rolled and recovered a little bit harder. Left the 610. Moved a little bit deeper, way deeper than she was playing that lane. Got it right. Snaps through the nose. That's what she's looking for. The last few shots looks like she either threw it a little bit hard and it wouldn't recover, and then when she softened up, it went through the nose. That's you're in the wrong ball. You got to make a move.
And it's sometimes hard to make a move so quickly on television. Ooh, an error there.
43 feet. The oil went, and on the outsides, it was a little bit heavier. Saw this a lot this week. Just scoots right by the 6. Picks the 10.
can see the disappointment in her face, but she regrouped. She's been working on her patience.
Great shot by Leanne. I'll tell you, Leanne has just been on fire this year. I mean, from the very first tournament, she made some changes in her game, worked with her coach, Rod Ross, and I mean, just everything's coming together. Her hip feels good. Sure, it gets a little stiff every now and then. So does her knee. But she's been walking well out on tour, keeping it stretched. I mean, really, this is the Leanne from 90, 91 when she's bowler of the year. I mean, it was just a consistent week-to-week thing with Leanne. She was always in the hunt.
Well, you can see that 95 television appearances she had there in her 16 years. And she is striking right now. That's 3 in a row for Leanne Barrette. Marianne DiRupo was talking to us last night, Carolyn, about how much better her patience is now than it was when she came out on tour or even over the last few years, and that's a key.
I was just going to say, being in this position right now, been there. There's a lot of things going through your mind right now. You're saying, okay, she's lined up. I got to get it together. But you know what? I got to be patient. I got to take one shot at a time and make the best shots I can.
Ooh, unfortunate to kick the 7-pin out, leaving the 3-6-10.
She did move deeper. It doesn't seem like she's quite getting it as far right as she was the other ball she was using, and this ball seems to be flipping a little bit harder. She could probably make the move and get this ball just a little bit further right and see if that would help her with the adjustment.
Now she just slid by the 6-10. She's on the other lane. She'll have to be cautious. Cover all 3 pins with the ball. And sliding by the 3-pin.
Well, you know, that could be a few things. Let me tell you, with the oiling pattern, we said there's a little more oil on the outside of the lane. The ball had a tendency to scoot past the spares. You had to make sure you threw right at it. No chance for recovery. Picks the 6-10 right off. Also, could just be a mental error. You know, she's in a championship match again.
Mm-hmm.
3rd consecutive show. She's on a roll, putting a little pressure on herself. I mean, we all do it. And
sure.
You just have to, you know, get up on your next shot and say, hey, start over. Great shot.
Yeah,
she
good
got
shot.
that one a little bit further right, got a little ball speed on it, ring 10. Great shot. Still as deep as she was, but see how the projection is a little bit further right. Great shot.
So once again, she'll try to cover the spare. And she covers it up. PWBA athletes have been getting an awful lot of press lately in the news, on talk shows, USA Today, and there's a look at the millionaires on tour, 3 of them. That was just in USA.